graduands, parents and supporters, colleagues. As Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the University of Oxford, it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you here within the Sheldonian and those joining us via the live stream as well, to be part of this special moment in the lives of our graduands. In line with all major University of Oxford ceremonies since 1669, this ceremony is taking place in the glories of the Sheldonian Theatre, designed by Christopher Wren. It's a place that has witnessed some considerable Oxford history since, with many names of weight and import passing through its doors. And you, graduands, are now part of that ongoing story. Today, we shall be conferring a range of degrees, from Bachelor of Arts to Doctor of Philosophy, but they all have this in common. They are all the product of a sustained effort, the application of the mind to complex problems, and a determination to overcome difficulty. And the acts of overcoming along the way on different scales, and my goodness, you've all had some challenges to negotiate these past few years. Those acts of overcoming are, as many of you will know from your own lives and trajectories, a key part of the experience. Oxford is one of the great international universities in the world. The opportunities here are legion, with our remarkable resources, international mix, and the close involvement of academics in the work of students, very many of those academics at the leading edge of their respective fields. But the challenges are great too. The work can be intense, and although Oxford invests a lot in its students, it expects a lot of them also. It is not easy to get a degree of any sort here, but here you are, and you should be properly proud to be so, as we are of you. The degrees we're awarding today assert that an exacting level of understanding has been reached and specific skills mastered in your particular subject area. But an Oxford degree also speaks to more than the specifics of progress made in your own discipline. Our teaching is designed to produce intellectual self-reliance, to teach students how to learn, how to take charge of their own intellectual life, and how to marshal the life of the mind in analytic, creative, adventurous, and rigorous ways. I hope you will have found that Oxford is less interested in teaching students what to think than in how to do so, a capacity for understanding, independence of judgment, and an ability to distinguish the true from the seemingly true, and indeed a commitment to maintaining that distinction. These things matter. Those things and the curiosity, clarity, and nimbleness of mind to know how to frame the next question in each context are fundamental to who we are and are the qualities that will sustain you out in a fast-changing world in which you'll need to go on acquiring new skills in order to enable you best to make your contribution. You're well placed to make a positive contribution to the world, and the world needs you to do so. It is your ingenuity and responsibility, your critical thinking and problem-solving skills, your energy, your resourcefulness, your adherence to the truth, and your quest for progress, peace, justice, creativity, smart solutions to complex problems, and your commitment to a sustainable world that will shape our collective futures. And as you move forward, you'll find that your degree will carry a certain sort of cachet in some contexts. And I hope that it'll serve you enormously well in terms of what it will help to make possible for you and for others. I have no doubt that you'll in any case be alive to this possibility, but let me nevertheless take a moment to counsel you to navigate with some care the Oxfordness that you now take on into life with you. You have reason to be proud of all you have achieved, and you should be, but be aware also that the education and broader experience you have received is something to which very few have access. We are all of us privileged to be part of this world-leading place. And the best scholars are those who know how to use their learning for good, but who also understand the intellectual vistas of the things as yet unexplored in front of them, and who are humbled and excited about that. So have a proper and a proud sense of yourself and of your capacity to think acutely and to get things done. And please, toss your mortarboard in the air today with joyful pride, being mindful, of course, and it turns out that I have to say this, that a mortarboard that goes up will also at some point come down. And I can assure you that if you sustain an injury from a descending mortarboard on the day of your Oxford graduation, very few are likely to be sympathetic. But try to ensure that you never, even inadvertently, use the educational advantages that you've now received in ways that might belittle others: parent, sibling, partner, old friend, future friend, colleague, random person at bus stop, anyone. Use your education trenchantly, but carry it lightly. A word to the friends, families and supporters with us today, here to celebrate the achievements of one of the fine graduands gowned up before us now. You know all that it has taken for them to arrive at this point, and there is going to be ample opportunity for you to express your pride in what has been achieved by the person you're here to support later in the ceremony, when you will be invited explicitly to join myself and my colleagues in warmly congratulating them. So mums and dads, families, partners and supporters all, sit on your hands for the moment and be assured you'll be invited to use them with full vigour and over an extended period of time, what's more, when we welcome back our newly hooded graduates with a rapturous and sustained welcome at the appropriate moments in the ceremony. So graduands, you can look forward to being greeted back into the Sheldonian with the collective and well-deserved applause of this company in due course. Feel free to milk it from the galleries and enjoy the moment. But in the midst of this, it is worth remembering that although this moment is centrally and deservedly yours, it is not only that. It is a moment for others around you too. You will have had the love, support and understanding of family, friends or other supporters on your journey, people who have seen you through a run of moments in life, the lows as well as the highs, to bring you to this moment. In recognition of the support that you have received and directing your personal thanks, however feels most appropriate in your own life, I'm going to ask you now to rise, catching the eye of someone in the galleries if you can, and show your thanks to those who've helped you to this point in your life by now giving them your applause. Graduands, please rise. Ceremony itself. As it progresses, I hope that you'll see that the ceremony is quietly and underpinned throughout by celebration and joy. But through the words and choreography of the ceremony, you will also see that it expresses that joy with a pronounced formality. We think the solemnity here is proper because it is the moment in which we, the university, bestow upon you something of real significance that carries with it the values we proclaim and defend. It is for this reason that we give it maximum ceremonial weight. During the ceremony, you'll also see us bowing and doffing our caps. In the context of an informal world, I'm aware that this can look almost entertainingly theatrical. But please know that these theatrical moments are not empty gestures. Here, they are meaningful. The reason for the capping is that this is the traditional way in which respect has historically been shown in the university. You may be disappointed to hear this is not how we tend to conduct our business in the normal day-to-day of university life, but in our ceremonial moments, we retain these symbols and gestures of respect and tradition, and in this ceremony, we explicitly take pleasure in capping you, our former students, at the moment of your graduation, out of respect for you and for what you have achieved. But do not be misled by the near liturgical choreography of it all. Do not think that because of the formality of our proceedings, that we don't recognise the festive human joy in the moment too. Be assured we do, and I trust you will spot the strategically suppressed celebratory whoop beneath the solemnity and ceremony about to play out before you. Next, brace yourselves. The ceremony is in Latin. Now, you may have been disappointed if it wasn't, or you may be inclined to think that this testifies to just how out of touch with the modern world we are, or indeed, you might think both. But let me contextualize a little. This university has been in existence for more than 800 years. Through long history and shifting circumstances, the university has sought values of intellectual honesty, independence of thought, and the evidence-based inquiry into the nature of things. The Latin phrases with which your degrees will soon be conferred connect closely to the words with which degrees have always been awarded to students who have worked in pursuit of those values here. The continuation of the same words in the same ancient language, conspicuously removed from the currency and colloquialisms of the language of our everyday. These things connect us directly to a tradition in which those values have long been foundational and remain so. We retain the Latin and indeed the robes you are wearing to symbolize both our collective continued upholding of certain core academic values and your connection to the great body of graduates who have over centuries stood here, precisely here, in fact, having donned those self-same robes to hear those self-same words. This link to the past has another dimension also, of which you may or may not have been aware. A significant part of the less visible costs of your education, the magnificent buildings, the academics who have taught you, the libraries and laboratories in which you have worked, aspects of the academic and non-academic support that have been available to you in ways significantly beyond the provision available in most universities. A whole raft of the landscape and resourcing and provision of what makes Oxford, Oxford. Many of these things have only been possible because of the generosity of past generations of Oxford students. And so we take the opportunity to thank those previous donors for what they have made possible. And I give you fair warning that it is a distinct possibility that at some future moment, when your own financial position may have changed very considerably from its current levels, that your college and university may in due course invite you to consider helping future generations of students so that they too can enjoy the same benefits of an Oxford education and college experience. And if that proves to be the case, then those future generations of students gathering here to have their own degrees conferred will thank you for contributing to the continuation of an astonishing tradition of excellence in a place that enriches and, yes, changes lives generation after generation. There are one or two moments in the ceremony about to unfold for which a short interpretive explanation might come in handy to enable you to read some of its choreography. At intervals, for example, you will see the proctors here to my right and to my left walk up and down the central aisle in front of the deans for degrees lined up down the middle here from across colleges. This choreographed proctorial walk is specifically designed to allow the deans the opportunity to put forward any objection they might have to any of the students from their own college having a degree conferred upon them should they see fit to do so. It is effectively asking the question of our deans for degrees, do your students pass muster? And it is encoding that question in a walk. Should any one of the seated deans indicate in the course of one of the proctor's walks that they wish to raise an objection to the conferring of the degree on a particular student, the ceremony will then take an interesting and unscripted turn as we identify the student and the nature of the objection raised. There's nothing like the injection of a bit of jeopardy to add frisson to a ceremony. It's exciting, isn't it? The deans are looking their usual inscrutable selves, so we'll see what ensues. Parents and supporters, Please note that we will be seeing each graduand twice, first to be presented for and admitted to their degree before being ushered out to don the hoods of their new degree, and then secondly, in a dramatic moment when the doors to the Sheldonian will be thrown open and our new graduates will then be readmitted to receive your congratulations and mine. The organ might even start up at some point to participate in the drama of the moment. And parents and supporters, the throwing open of the doors and the re-entry of our now hooded graduates is your cue to show your warm appreciation for what has been achieved. Don't hold back, it's a moment that should be enjoyed, and there is no amount of ceremonial Latin or capping that should stand in the way of wholehearted expressions of both personal and institutional celebration. Once I'm finished here, and I nearly am, we will then begin this ceremony in Latin. But first, may I, on behalf of my colleagues, and in English while I still can, offer those of you who are graduands, congratulations on your achievements while you have been with us, and our warm good wishes for your future success and happiness. We hope that you will take pleasure and pride in maintaining your links with your college and your university, and reciprocally, we look forward to watching with pride and interest all that you go on to achieve, and as importantly, the people that you go on to be. A needy and fragile world is waiting, so go out into it to make use of your very many and wonderful talents and of the education you have received here to do good things in it. Thank you. Quiet venerabilem hanc domum spectant.
Ego, registraria jutrix, testo omnibus candidatus, quorum nomina quam venerabili domui, operatoribus, statum supertentur, vel inscriptis a registrariari te publicatus sunt, gratias a collegis, vel societatibus, vel auris suis, pro gradibus quaesitis concessas fuisse, et eostem mihi satisficisse.
Supplicant venerabili congregatione, doctorum in magisterium regentium, hae studiosi qui compliverent omnia, quae per statuto recreuntur, nisi quatinus cum eis dispensatum fuit, ut haec sufficiant, quo admittanta ad gradum innumeratum. Doctoris in Scientia, Miriam Moffat, a Collegio Green Templeton. Baccalaureate in Iuris Civili, Samuel Adamaco, a Collegio Lincolnensi. Merit Fluger, a Collegio Sacrosanctae Trinitatis. Magistri in Juris, Simon David Wilfort, a Collegio Exoniensi. Mehit Emmett Edemar, a Collegio Lincolnensi. Doctoris in Philosophia, Ali Deha, Yihan Liu, Jack Peters, Emma Slater, a Collegio Exoniensi. Nicholas Daniel Christian, Amarad Haran Demon, Hannah Klim, Alice Parkin, a Collegio Lincolnensi. Stefano Salimi, a Collegio Sacrosanctae Trinitatis. Patrick Aloysius Atkinson, Anna Clark, Sergio Giron Keshko, Julian Huang, Jaron Liu, Alexander Manby, Elise Major, Chang Ho Yun, a Collegio Divi Johannes Baptiste, Catherine Fisher, Sylvia Gattas, Catherine Hurst, Fahas Rahman, Andres Rodriguez, Tu Ho Wang, Mei Ling Young, Ekeligio de Wolfson, Marion Kabuka, Evan Roberts, Anna Sidders, Jack Sturgis, Ekeligio de Kellogg, Anna Alanis Amaya, Eleanor Barry, Binkum Dai, Pamela Gonora, Paul Lukubal, Lama Mansour, Carl Overdick, Priya Shedson, Lucretia Victoria Vitti, Ekeligio Green Templeton, Doctoris in Psychologica Medica, Chloe Hicks, Gareth Makata, Alexandra Paxkina, Rachel Prosser, Eloise Stark, Ruxandra Vasily, Ekeligio Green Templeton. Supplicant in abstentia venerabili, congregatione doctorum and magisterium regentum, omnius quorum nomnia in schedulis rite a registraria conscripta sunt, qui omnia prestatura quae prestatuta recruentur, nisi quatinus cum eis dispensatum fuerit, ut haec sufficiant, quo admittanta ad eum gradum quem quisque petat. Hae gratiae concessae sunt, et sic eis pronuntiamus concessus.
Ego vice cancellaria auctoritate mea et totius universitatis admitto ad eum gradum quem quisque petat eas quibus etiam in absentia supplicare liquid ut per schedulas rite a registraria publicatis satis apparet.
For the degree of Doctor of Science, the Deputy for the Sedleyan Professor of Natural Philosophy and the Graduand of Green Templeton College.
Insignissima vice cancellaria, poscae egregi procuratores. Presente vobis hunc meam scholarum in facultate artium ut admittantur ad gradum doctoris in scientia.
Domina Doctor, tu dabis fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quotenus ad te spectant.
Domina Doctor, ego admitto te ad gradum doctoris in scientia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Civil Law, the Regius Professor of Civil Law and the Graduands of Lincoln College and Trinity College.
Insignissima vice cancellaria, osque egregii procuratores, presento vobis os studiosos in iure civili ut admittantur ad gradum baccalaurii in eadem facultatem.
Domini, vos tabitas fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quotenus ad vos spectant.
Do fidem.
Domini, ego admitto vos ad gradum baccalarii in jure civili.
For the degree of Magister Juris, the Regius Professor of Civil Law and the graduands of Exeter College and Lincoln College.
In signissima fique cantum, osque eglegii procuratores, presento vobis vos baccalaureus in facultate artium ut admittantur ad gradum magistri juris.
Domini, vos tabitas fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quotenus ad vos spectant.
Do fidem.
Domini, ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri juris.
For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, first presentation, the deans and the graduands of St John's College, Exeter College, Lincoln College, Trinity College, and Wolfson College.
Signissimo dicet osque legi procuratores. Praesento vobis post nostros scalares et cas nostras scalares estas eartum, ut admittantur ad gradum lectoris.
Face the doctor on the right. Magistri et Domini, vos tabitas fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quotenus ad vos spectant.
Magistri et Domini, ego admitto vos ad gradum doctoris in philosophia.
For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, second presentation, the deans and the graduands of Green Templeton College and Kellogg College.
insignissima vitae cancelare, osque egregi procuratores. Presente verbis hoc nostros scolares in facultate artium, ut admittantur ad gradum doctoris in philosophia.
Page the proctor on the right.
Magistri et Domini, vos habitus fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quod tenus ad vos spectant.
Page the pro-vice chancellor.
Magistri et Domini ego admitto vos ad gradum doctoris in philosophia.
For the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology, the Dean and the graduands of Green Templeton College.
Insignissima vitae cancelare, osque egregi procuratores. Presente verbis hoc meas scolares in facultate artium, ut admittantur ad gradum doctoris in psychologia medica.
Page the proctor on the right.
Domina Doctor et Domini, vos habitus fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quod tenus ad vos spectant.
Page the pro-vice chancellor.
Domina Doctor et Domini ego admitto vos ad gradum doctoris in psychologia medica.
Supplicant venerabili congregationi, doctorum et magisterium regentium, hae studiosi qui compliverent omnia per statuta requientro, nisi quatenus cum eis dispensatum fuit, ut haec sufficiant, quo admittanta ad gradum innumeratum. Magistri in artibus, Caroline Lear, Charlotte Mitchell, et collegio exonensi, Oliver Baines, a collegio Lincolnensi, Emily Davenport, Christian Holland, Catherine Moore, Catherine Sidders, a collegio Sanctae Trinitatis, Magistri in Scientia, Jelma Benima, Torben Berndt, Antoine Campinos, Eleanor Corley, Gillian Diebold, Jackson Foster, Richard Fu, Yusraf Gupta, Zara Hamza Sendut, Binawa Judan, Rawan Mahdi, Mohammed Mehdi Murajandi, Tasha Nilkane Andan, Simon Constantine Tanzer, Vedant Thampar, Yiming Zhu, Theodore Yankov, Collegio Exonensi, Megan Baxter, Dominique de Villiers, Casper Hapnell, Johan Kesko, Lily Lash, Aidan Orbeck, Hannah Pitchford, Joshua Proctor, Maria Sabanescu, Ingrid Villarreal, e Collegio Lincolnensi, Marina Burdikanarova, Sagun Betwal, Nira Budinono, Kalachi Chima, Louisa Costa, Gillian Francis Lee, Wakita Mabasor, Iha Mystery, Thursoni Nyashalu, Collegio Sancta Sanctae Trinitatis, Carolina Lagerkrantz, Collegio Divi Johannes Baptiste, Alejandro Mantilla, Collegio Sanctae Hilde, Lachramini Bungsut, Yuki Raphael Shao, Joe George, Wakana Kimura, Sebastian Olivares Lizania, Jehan Zhong, Collegio de Wolfson, Abdullah Al-Katan, Mohammed Tasmir Aziz, Linus Bao, Elisabetta Centrofanti, Lilia Korma Simola, Ding Ding, Michael Doyle, Charles Faleszczewski, Shitan Han, Alexander Hudson, Zhenhui Huang, Victoria Huang Zhu, Jan Ole Johansson, Pippa Jolles, Miho Khalik, Ali Khan, Manu Kuma, Xingyu Li, Yuan Qi Lang, Alexander Liu, China Liu, Cheni Mubaka, Aljani Naradan, Vicente Rodriguez, Jijin Song, Menia Taba, Yi Yao Tan, Jonathan Toms, Guathri Venkataraman, Hen Wagner, Jaikai Wang, Huxing Zhu, Yuxing Yang, Wang Nai Yang, Collegio de Kellogg, Qi Fang, Kate Fowler, Liam McLean, Brian McKenna, Jonathan Trigell, Eric Zhang, Collegio Green Templeton. Magistry in Philosophia, Luca Brockman, James Driver, Collegio Lincolnense, Peter Arvo, Yu Chong Richard Chang, Zad Abdul Musi Lafit Diva, Shushita Grover, Shannon Lynn, William Thompson, Cassandra Van Duven, Eleanor Wilcox, Collegio de Wolfson, Emily Ray Foreman, Lauren Skinner, Collegio Green Templeton. Magistry in Studis, Catherine Birch, Hannah Bradrich, Dominique Brown, Liberty Hunter, Martin Lopez Howe, Joanna Neves Textrara, Alyssa Stent, Eloise Venulo, Andrei Vishkineski, Collegio Lincolnense, Charlotte Bookham, Collegio Divi Johannes Baptisti, Ariel Oleganon, Adam Rosengarten, Kylie Ruttram, Annual Wu, Minghui Zhu, Collegio de Wolfson, James Buchanan, Zentastra Cullen Brooks, David McClune, Benedict Drossler, Collegio de Kellogg. Magistry in Negotis Administrandis, Heinat Wynne, Collegio Exonensi, Bauer Zora Singh, Collegio Lincolnense, Patrick Nanda, Collegio Green Templeton. Magistry in Concilio Publico, Abdulhakim Abdul Karim, Russell Matthew Dela Cruz, Collegio Exonense, Gemma Edom, Johannes Jacob, Aoife Keating Fitzpatrick, Mikhailo Kichenko, Anjuram Murthajaya, Collegio Lincolnense, Jacqueline Corin, Collegio Corporis Christi. Ryan Busman, Talaria Smith, Collegio Divi Johannes Baptisti. Myrna River Andine Reno, Mihaela Sticia, Ben Thompson, Collegio de Principis Reginis Paradiso. Mirav Zohi, Collegio de Wilson. Patricio Alvarez Valenzuela, Officia Thea Galengrum, Collegio de Kellogg. Anne Neumann, Olisu Olutumanin, Denise Salzar Pazamino, Junit Singh, Elliot Steele, Eden Amray Yutterbach, Collegio Green Templeton. Magistry in Biochemia, Jacob Malabone, Orthi Ornapom, Ella Vilchik, Collegio Exoniensi. Magistry in Scientis Terranis, Josh Fallows, Amelia Miller, Tori Weston, Collegio Exonensi. Magistry in Ingenaria, Marcus Amakawa, Collegio Exonensi. Magistry in Mathematica Scientia Computoria, Sherburn Ion Shalescu. Collegio Exonensi. Magistry in Physica, Bichen Zhang, Collegio Exoniensi. Baccalaureate in Philosophia, Alexander Mayer, Collegio Exoniensi. Hae gratiae concessae sunt, et sic eis pronuntiamus concessas.
For the degree of Master of Arts, Exeter College, the Dean and the graduands. Lincoln College, the Dean and the graduand.
Insignissima vitae cancellaria vostri egregi procuratoris. Praesentum vobis hoc baccalaureum in facultate artium, ut admitator ad incipiendam in eadem facultatem.
Trinity College, the Dean and the graduands.
Insignissima vitae cancellaria vosque egregi procuratores, praesento vobis post baccalaureus in facultate artium, ut admittantur in recipiendum ut admittantur ad incipiendum in eadem facultate. Come forward, please. Face the proctor on the right.
Domini. Vos habitus fidem et observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines et libertates istius universitatis. Item, quodquam admissi fueritis in domum congregationis et in domum convocationis, in istam bene et fideliter ad honorum et perfectum universitatis, vos geretis. Et speculiter quod in negotis quae ad gratias et gradas spectant, non impeditis dignos, nec indignos promovebitis. Item, quod in electionibus habendas unum tantum semel, et non amplius in singulis scrutinus scribetis et nominabitis. Et quod neminem nominabitis nisi quem habilem et idem eam certo sciveritis vel firmiter crederitis.
Face the Pro-Vice Chancellor.
Ad honorem Domini nostri Iesu Christi, ed at profectum sacrosancti matris ecclesiae et studii. Ego auctoritate mea et totius universitatis, de vobis licentiam incipiendi in facultate artium legendi, disputandi, et caetera omnias faciendi quaet ad statum magistri in eadem facultate pertinent, cum ea completus sint, quae per statuta requirentur. In nomine Domini, Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. In nomine Domini, Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Ego auctoritate mea et totius Universitatis, de vobis licentium incipiendi in facultate artium legendi, disputandi et caetera omnia faciendi, quae statum magistri in eadem facultate pertinent, cum ea completa sint quae per statuta requiruntur.
For the degree of Master of Science, first presentation, the Dean and the Graduands of Exeter College.
Domini, vos habitus fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quatenus ad vos spectant.
First, the Pro-Vice-Chancellor.
Domini, ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in scientia.
For the degree of Master of Science, second presentation, the Deans and the Graduands of Lincoln College, Trinity College, St John's College, and Wolfson College.
Insignissime vici cancelari, vostri egrediti procuratoris, presentamus vobis post nostros scholaris in facultate artium, ut admittantur ad gradum magistri in scientia.
Please, the doctor on the right.
Magister et Domini, vos habitus fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quatenus ad vos spectant.
First, the Pro-Vice-Chancellor.
Magister et Domini, ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in scientia.
For the degree of Master of Science, third presentation, the Deans and the Graduands of Kellogg College, and Green Templeton College with St Hilda's College.
Insignissimi vice cancellaria, vostre egregi procuratores, presentur habis post meus scholaris in facultate artium, ut adjutantur ad gradum magistri in scientia.
Please, the proctor on the right.
Domini, vos tabites fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quatenus ad vos spectant.
Please, the pro-vice-chancellor.
Domini, ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in scientia.
For the degree of Master of Philosophy, the Deans and the Graduands of Wolfson College, Lincoln College and Green Templeton College.
Insignissima vice cancellaria, vostre egregi procuratores. Presentamus vobis nos nostros scholares in facultate artium, ut admittantur ad gradum magistri in philosophia.
Please, the proctor on the right.
Domini, vos tabites fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quatenus ad vos spectant.
Please, the pro-vice-chancellor.
Domini, ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in philosophia.
For the degree of Master of Studies, the Deans and the Graduands of Lincoln College, St John's College, Wolfson College and Kellogg College.
Insignissima vice cancellaria, vostre egregi procuratores. Presentamus vobis os nostros scholares in facultate artium, ut admittantur ad gradum magistri in studiis.
Face the proctor on the right.
Domini, vos habitas fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines et libertates istius universitatis, quatenus ad vos spectant.
Face the Pro-Vice-Chancellor.
Domini ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in studiis.
For the degree of Master of Business Administration, the Deans and the Graduands of Exeter College, Lincoln College and Green Templeton College.
Face the proctor on the right.
Domini, vos habitas fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines et libertates istius universitatis, quatenus ad vos spectant.
Face the Pro-Vice-Chancellor.
Domini ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in negotiis administrandis.
For the degree of Master of Public Policy, the Deans and the Graduands of Green Templeton College with Corpus Christi College, Exeter College with Regent's Park College, Lincoln College, St John's College, Wolfson College and Kellogg College.
Insignissimo Vice Cancellare. Usque egregi procuratores. Praesento verbis hos nostros scholares in facultate artium ut admittantur ad gradum magistri in consilio publico.
Face the proctor on the right.
Magistre et Domini, vos habitas fidem ad observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines et libertates istius universitatis, quatenus ad vos spectant.
Face the Pro-Vice-Chancellor.
Magistrae et Domini ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in consilio publico.
For the degrees of Undergraduate Masters of Biochemistry, of Earth Sciences, of Engineering, of Mathematics and Computer Science, of Physics, the Dean and the Graduands of Exeter College.
Face the proctor on the right.
Domini. Vos habites fidem et observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines et libertates istius universitatis, quotenus ad vos spectent.
Please, the Pro-Vice-Chancellor.
Domini, ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in biochimia, vel scientias terrenis, vel ingeniaria, vel mathematica et scientia computatoria, vel physica, pro ut in schedula a registraria publicata scriptum est. In super auctoritate mea et totius universitatis de vobis protestatum legendi et reliqua omnia faciendi quae adiundum gradum spectant.
For the degree of Bachelor of Philosophy, the Dean and the Graduand of Exeter College.
Domine. Tu dabas fidem et observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines et libertates istius universitatis, quotenus ad te spectant.
Do fidem.
Domine, ego admitto te ad gradum baccalaureae in philosophia.
Supplicant venerabili congregationi doctorum et magistrorum regentium hae studiosi qui compluerunt omnia quae per statuta requirantur, nisi quatenus cum ais dispensatum fuerit, ut haec sufficiant quo admittantur ad gradum enumeratum. Baccalaureate in artibus. Madeleine Bellotti, Thomas Farmer, Jack Klein, Valery Lukhanov, Amjad Salih, Yi Saw, Jaden Caesar, Oliver Tanner, David Turner, e Collegio Exoniensi, Sophia Barrett, Chi Cheng, Samuel Harrison, e Collegio Lincolniensi. Hae gratiae concessae sunt, et sic eas pronuntiamus concessas.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Exeter College, the Dean and the Graduands. Lincoln College, the Dean and the Graduands.
Insignissima Vice Cancellaria, usque egregi procuratoris, praesentum vobis hos meas scholares et hoc meam scholarum in facultate artium ut admittantur ad gradum baccalaureum in artibus.
Come forward, please. Face the doctor on the right.
Domini, vos dabitus fidem et observandum omnia statuta, privilegia, consuetudines, et libertates istius universitatis, quatenus ad vos spectant.
Face the Pro-Vice-Chancellor.
Domini, ego admitto vos ad gradum baccalarii in artibus, in super actoritate mea et totius universitatis, de vobis protestatum legendi et reliqua omnia faciendi, quae adiundum gradum spectant. Dissolvimus Hanc Congregationem.
Please rise.